Throughout history, humans have always loved asking big questions. Where do we come from? Why are we here? And most importantly, why do some of us look like we belong in a cave? Today we are diving into a story about our long-lost, heavy-browed cousins, the Neanderthals. For a long time, scientists portrayed Neanderthals as total idiots. They pictured them as hairy, brainless beasts dragging their knuckles in the dirt, guys who could only grunt and hit rocks together. But modern science recently revealed a shocking truth. They weren't just dumb cavemen, and more shockingly, our ancestors actually hooked up with them. Yes, you heard that right. Your great-great-great-grandparents had a very romantic time with Neanderthals. If you are from outside Sub-Saharan Africa, you have about 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA. That means you are technically a tiny bit of a hybrid. Now let's rewind the clock around 400,000 years. While Homo sapiens were hanging out in sunny Africa, Neanderthals moved to Europe. Europe back then was a freezing, brutal Ice Age nightmare. It was so cold that even the mammoths were probably shivering. But Neanderthals adapted like absolute champions. They grew short, thick, and muscular bodies to keep warm. They had huge noses to warm up the freezing cold air before breathing it in. They were basically biological snowplows. If a modern human tried to arm wrestle a Neanderthal, the human's arm would fly off. They were built like brick walls. They hunted giant woolly mammoths with handmade wooden spears. That meant getting right up close to an angry 10-ton elephant with fur. That requires massive courage or incredible stupidity. Probably a bit of both. For hundreds of thousands of years, Neanderthals owned Europe. They made basic jewelry out of eagle talons. They painted red lines on cave walls. They even used medicinal plants when they got sick. So they definitely weren't mindless monsters. They were just living their peaceful, freezing life. Until around 60,000 years ago, because that's when the new neighbors moved into the neighborhood. Homo sapiens decided to migrate out of Africa and explore Europe. Picture this first meeting. On one side, tall, slim Homo sapiens wearing lightweight clothes. On the other side, short, wide, muscular Neanderthals looking like bodybuilders. What did scientists originally think happened? They assumed it was an epic, bloody war for territory, a total genocide of the Neanderthals by humans. But nature works in mysterious and weird ways. Instead of just fighting, they looked at each other and thought, hey, not bad. It turns out, early humans were not picky at all. They saw a heavy-browed, short cave person and said, that looks like marriage material. Genetic research proved that interbreeding happened multiple times. Middle East, Europe, Asia. It was a global romance story. But this cross-species love wasn't completely smooth sailing. Evolutionary genetics shows that male hybrids often had fertility issues. Mixing two species that diverged hundreds of thousands of years ago is tricky. But enough offspring survived to pass those genes down to us. So, what did we actually inherit from our Neanderthal ancestors? Well, it's a mixed bag of useful gifts and terrible curses. On the bright side, Neanderthal genes gave humans thicker skin and hair. This helped African humans survive the freezing European winters. They also gave us powerful immune system receptors. These genes helped our ancestors fight off brand new European diseases. So, in a way, Neanderthal DNA saved our ancestors from dying out. But they also left us with some really annoying souvenirs. Some Neanderthal gene variants are linked to higher risks of allergies. Yes, you can blame a 50,000-year-old caveman for your hay fever. Other inherited genes affect our sleep patterns. Are you a night owl who loves staying up until 3 a.m.? That might be your inner Neanderthal telling you to guard the cave. They are even linked to higher risks of depression and nicotine addiction. Thanks a lot, ancient cousins. So, why did Neanderthals go extinct while humans survived? That is one of history's greatest mysteries. Around 40,000 years ago, Neanderthals vanished completely. Did we wipe them out with advanced weapons? Not necessarily. Homo sapiens had better throwing spears, allowing them to hunt from a safe distance. Neanderthals had to stab mammoths up close, leading to broken bones and early deaths. Humans also had larger social networks and traded resources over long distances. Neanderthals lived in small, isolated family groups. When a harsh climate shift happened, humans adapted together. Neanderthals simply ran out of numbers. Plus, humans might have literally absorbed them through interbreeding. They didn't completely disappear. They just became part of us. Look in the mirror closely. Do you have a small bump on the back of your skull? That's called an occipital bun. It's a classic Neanderthal trait. Do you have a heavy brow ridge or broad nose? That's your caveman heritage showing up. Scientists have even recreated Neanderthal brain organoids in labs. They've grown tiny cell clusters to see how their brains developed differently. Turns out, Neanderthal brain growth was slightly different from ours, but they were still capable of complex thoughts, feelings, and grief. They buried their dead with flower pollen, showing they cared for their loved ones. So the next time someone calls you a caveman as an insult, take it as a compliment. Cavemen survived ice ages, fought mammoths, and passed their genes to you. You are living proof of an ancient, wild survival story. Human history isn't a straight line of pure species, it's a messy, chaotic family tree full of unexpected plot twists. And that is what makes science so entertaining. Imagine explaining modern life to a Neanderthal, showing them smartphones, doom scrolling, and fast food. They would probably ask, "Where are the mammoths?" And when you tell them we buy meat wrapped in plastic, they'd laugh at us. They spent their lives running through snow to get dinner. We complain when the food delivery takes more than 20 minutes. Who is really the superior species here? Maybe they had it all figured out. Simple life, hunt, eat, sleep, paint caves, repeat. No taxes, no alarm clocks, no traffic jams. Just pure survival and cave vibes. But evolution chose us to build cities and rockets, and we brought a piece of them along for the ride. Every time you get a random seasonal allergy, remember your roots. A Neanderthal ancestor is waving at you through time, saying, "Sorry about the pollen reaction, kid." Genetics is truly mind-blowing when you break it down. Millions of years of choices leading directly to you watching this video, with a tiny percentage of Ice Age hunter inside your cells. Isn't that an awesome thought? We aren't just Homo sapiens, we are a walking historical mosaic, a mix of different ancient human species coming together. Because besides Neanderthals, we also mixed with Denisovans in Asia. Our ancestors were really making friends wherever they went. They didn't care about species barriers, they just wanted company. And that chaotic socializing shaped modern humanity. So embrace your inner caveman, lift some heavy weights, go out into nature, and enjoy the cold weather. Your ancient DNA will thank you for it. The story of Neanderthals teaches us humility. They ruled Europe for hundreds of thousands of years before vanishing. Humans have only been around for a fraction of that time. We think we own the planet forever, but history shows that no species stays on top without challenges. Nature always finds a way to balance things out. So respect the ancient humans who came before us. They paved the way through brutal ice ages so we could be here. Next time you see a picture of a Neanderthal in a textbook, don't laugh at his big nose and heavy forehead. Say, "Thanks for the immune system genes, uncle," because without them, human history might have turned out completely different. Maybe Homo sapiens wouldn't have survived the cold winters alone. Maybe we needed their rugged genes to push forward. It was a team effort between two very different human species. A partnership forged in the freezing wilderness thousands of years ago. And the evidence is written inside your own body right now. Science continues to unlock more secrets from ancient DNA every day. Who knows what other crazy facts we will discover next year? Maybe we'll find out we mixed with even more mystery species. The human family tree just keeps getting wilder and busier. And that makes studying history completely worth it. No boring dates or dry facts, just pure ancient drama. Drama, survival, romance, and mammoth hunts. What more could you ask for in a historical story? If you enjoyed learning about your caveman heritage today, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more weird history. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think you have more Neanderthal traits or human traits? Are you built for the Ice Age or built for the sofa? Be honest in the comments, no judgment here. Share this video with a friend who acts like a caveman in the morning. They deserve to know their true lineage too. Thanks for watching today's episode. Keep questioning history, keep exploring, and stay curious. Protect your inner caveman from the modern world. And stay away from woolly mammoths if you ever time travel. They hit way harder than you think. See you in the next video with another absurd piece of history. Goodbye, stay warm, and take care.